Today we'll be showing you guys how to create a YouTube outro, and it will be very simple, very quick, and straight to the point as always. So before we do that, if you guys get that like and subscribe, it really helps me out. And with that, we will jump right in. We have over here our video. Let's just say, I guess I'll use this one. Let's just mute our tracks because I don't care to hear the audio. This will be our intro. Now, for YouTube outros, they can only be about 20 seconds. So let's scroll up to 20. Let's place a marker. Don't select the clip. If you select the clip and mark, it will be inside the clip. Make sure you click off of it. Nothing's highlighted in red, and you want to tap that banner. For me, let's actually change. Let's just double click this, change to red so I know where to stop. Let's make this down to here. This is my intro. Okay, this is 20 seconds. So just to kind of show you guys, inside of YouTube, you're creating an end screen. And this is just what it's doing. It's the last 20 seconds of the video. It can't be anything longer. You just have your subscribe button, your best reviewer, and you have your videos playing. It won't look exactly the same way. I'll just show you a simple setup, and then it just gives you more room to customize. But we're just having like a video that pop up and this right here that pops up. So that's it. Now we will have our videos populate. So what I like to do for my end screens, just as an example, is let's just have two videos. Doesn't matter which one. Let's just put these two. Let's put this up top. Let's make this smaller. And let's bring this over here, make this smaller. Now, of course, my videos are layering above each other. I can't see anything, so I will make this a little bit smaller on here. And let's go to our inspector at the top right. Scroll this down to about right here. Let's say, what's that, 0.4? And let's type in 0.4 on this one. If you check right here, you can see exactly where it is. You can make this at the bottom. You can make this up at the top. Let's make this go over to keep it off the edge a tad bit. We don't want our videos to be too much like that, but we're actually go back and change this to 0.3. This is about, if you just have a normal 1080p video, 0.3 is typically about the size of what the videos would be on the cell phones. That way it's not too large. And let's just put this, I'm just gonna make this this height. I don't want to have it too high up so that I can customize it. Let's say 210. Let's do negative 570. It's probably fine. And let's do 570, just the inverse, and keep the Y the same, 210. Now they are perfectly level. Now I can bring these in closer. Let me actually do, let's do 400. Let's do 400, negative 400, bring them in. All right, cool. So these are our videos. As you can see, they're playing back already. And these will just be like my previous or after. Now, if I wanted to, I can add in different words or change the settings of it. So I kind of like to have the option of showing previous and next, or, you know, if you watch like infographics, or if you watch different channels, they may say like, check out this cool video or blah, blah, blah. So let's make some little bit of room with this. But first, let's change the background of the video. We're going to change our opacity. We want to bring it down to maybe 50. Let's see, 50s or 30. 30 is probably okay. Okay, so let's do 30. So let's start off with our video. Let's make a keyframe on our composite mode. We just make sure that our bottom video is selected. This is video. Let's change this composite, or leave this composite at 100. Just count out 2 seconds. So 1, 2, right there. We just want to mark. Once we have that, we just want to count 1 second. And let's drop this down to 30. So all it's doing is making a keyframe where it fades to black. And we'll have our video pop up in a second. So we have that down. So let's go back to our keyframe, select this little right button right here. Let's drag these clips and move them back this way. And as you see, they pop up instantaneous, but we don't want that. We want to actually make this fade in. So let's fade this in like so. Let's just put our marker right here so we know where to go. Fade this in. There we go. Let's make an adjustment. Let's go back down, go to our second keyframe where it begins to change, and let's drag our videos up to here. And then let's click on this video again. So let's go to our third keyframe. So this is 1 at the very bottom, 2, and then 3. So right here, we want to drag our cut in or fade in to right there. So let's watch it back. And there goes our video. So as you see, we're already starting to shape up a little bit. I know it doesn't look like much, but we're getting there. So it fades in, shows up everything on the menu. Now I can choose to add in some text. So let's actually bring these down. Let's make our 210 come down to maybe, let's just try 0. Let's just leave it at 0 for now. On our Y, that's probably best, 0. And we'll go over to our text. Now, depending on if you have the free version or not, you may have different options as far as text. Some of these text options may be limited, so I would just use the basic text just to show you guys. But if you do have the fade on, fade out, certain modes, if you download different presets, you can add those in. We'll just use this. I'm going to use one of my fonts I like to use a lot. Let's type in, you can change the font to whatever you want. I'm just changing the font family right here. Let's just say, thanks for watching. Let's raise this up. It's about right here. And let's uncheck this so we can see what we're looking at. So it says, thanks for watching. Right about there. You don't have to follow me to a T on this one. I'm just changing it. So this is thanks for watching. I can also make this fade in if I would like to. Let's see what it looks like. Let's bring this back some to have a delay. Yep, there we go. Thanks for watching. And then I'll just drag this out to the very end of our clip right there, like so. Okay, so there we go. Everything's matched up at the bottom. This is where it ends at the 20 seconds. Now you can choose, if you drag this out, you can choose to leave it like this, or you can fade the back of it if you would like to, where it fades out. I just like to leave it straight. So if they pause a video or if they click off and click back on, it just shows the same videos on there. But that's totally up to your user preference. What we can do, let's drag this clip up 2 more times. Let's duplicate it. I'm just holding down the Alt button and scroll and dragging this with a mouse. So if you hold down Alt or Option on a MacBook, it'll show you this option to duplicate it. And now let's drag down our text. Let's actually make our text a lot smaller. Let's say, I'm just gonna try 50, see what that looks like. Let's change this to previous. Let's change that to previous video. Yeah, let's put video. And let's just actually take this, duplicate this so we have the same size font. And let's do next. That's probably fine. And let's move this over. Where we at? -385. Let's do 385. There we go. Now I can make this go closer to the video on the top. So let's scoot this down a tad bit. Let's actually scooch this over. It's about right there. What's this, -400? Okay. And let's do -193. I just don't like the little decimals. It gets a little bit tricky. Let's do 400, 193. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're actually having our video play out and it looks a little better. So let's actually make this go up some more on here. Let's drag up our top one to about right there. It's at the very top. Thank you for watching. And we want to create some separation between the background. So I like to use a little trick. Let's just make this smaller. I'm just going over to my timeline. Let's minimize these videos because we're not really looking at them at all right now. Let's click this second one, second clip. If you want to know which video you are selecting on the viewer, just hit this little icon. This is what I'm doing every time to see which one I'm selecting on. Let's use this bottom one and let's add an effect called paper edge. Let's scroll down to where it says edge contrast, minimize this, and let me take this off so I can see what I'm doing. And let's just scoosh this over like so. There we go. That'll work. Let's do the same thing for this video at the top. Let's drag this down. Let's just scoot it over to right about there. It's probably fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. But now we have a thanks for watching. We have our previous video, next video, and I have a custom preset that I made. But if you don't have a custom preset, you could just scroll down. I think this option may be on the free version, but if not, don't worry, there's a different way. You can do fade on. Let's just say subscribe. And let's do smaller. Let's bring this in a little. Oh, not the size. Let's change our tracking, make this a little bit closer. And let's have this go to the bottom of it. Let's just say -330. And we'll just keep looping it. So now this is what it looks like all together. That's as simple as it can be as far as a exit page. So again, you can do some cool stuff if you really want to. So like, for example, I have this different animation at the moment where it pops up the previous video, next video. I have different things circulating, and all we're doing is just pairing it with our video. So as you see, I do have the white border underneath it, and this is where I place my videos. Now, we export your video, again, make sure this is 20 seconds on the dot, and we'll just go into we'll go to YouTube. If you are on YouTube, just go down to where it says YouTube Studio, click your icon at the top, hit YouTube Studio. Thank you guys for hitting 1,000 subscribers. And let's go down to content. Let's just pick our latest video. Let's go to end screens, and wherever we have our videos. So for instance, I have this video right here. All I'm doing is literally dragging this over to where it has the previous video and place it underneath it. Just pressing it forwards to make sure it's matched up. And I'm just lining it up underneath the words. So that's it. And just like that, it's on there. And then of course, if you want to make a space for your name, you can do that as well too. And this is just your icon where it says subscribe. And then when it's all said and done, you'll have like your animation that pops up and your video will be able to select. So I can literally click this, go to a video, or I can go back and I can go back to this again and click a different video. And it just boots you right into it. That's all you're doing for this. Of course, you can export this separately if you want to just have a preset video and you just layer your videos on top. That's what some people do. They just save this as a separate video and then they'll just change the videos out if they want to as a template. So you do have the option to do so. And again, you can change this whatever you like. This is just one of my preferences. I just like to have the previous video and next video. And I like to have a subscribe in there. I actually have a subscribe thing that pops up. But again, this is just how I did it for a quick template. So this is just the easy in and out. If you don't have paper edge, don't worry about it. You can use like drop shadow. Just type in here. Make sure this is on all folders and type in drop shadow and it'll still give you some separation from your background. So different ways: edge detect, drop shadow, color border, all these different things. But that's it as far as the video goes. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy, please give a like and subscribe, and also let me know what you guys would like to see next. I really appreciate the inputs and it allows me to create more stuff for you. So with that, I'll see you guys later.